Warren Buffett is worth over $100 billion, yet he drives a used car, lives in the same house he bought in 1958, and refuses to waste money on things most people buy without a second thought. And here's the crazy part. The habits that keep him wealthy are the exact opposite of what most people do every single day. So if you're wondering why your bank account never seems to grow, you're about to find out. I'm breaking down the key money-wasting habits that, according to Buffett's principles, hold people back. Some might surprise you, others might sting a little, but all of them will change how you see your money. Pay close attention, because the one about credit card debt is the invisible chain holding millions of people down. First up, the obsession with buying new things. We live in a world that screams at us to consume. New phone, new fashion, new everything. But when Warren Buffett's first child was born, he didn't buy an expensive crib. He converted an old dresser drawer into one. When his second child came, he borrowed a crib. Think about that. One of the world's richest men borrowing baby furniture. The lesson is simple but profound. Before you swipe that card, ask yourself, can I repurpose something I already own? Can I borrow it? Can I live without it? That simple question is the first defense against lifestyle debt. Number 2, the daily drains.
This is about the small, habitual expenses that feel like nothing but add up to a fortune. Take smoking. Buffett never touched a cigarette, not because of health, but because he understood the math. A $15 a day habit is over $5,000 a year. That's a vacation, a serious investment, or an emergency fund, literally going up in smoke. The same goes for junk food. Yes, Buffett eats McDonald's, but that is his meal. He's not adding it on top of a full grocery bill. Most people bleed money on the extras, the chips, the sodas, the candy bars. It's mindless spending on things that offer zero long-term value. That $100 a month isn't a treat, it's a tax on your future. Third, and this is the big one, carrying credit card debt. Buffett has said if you're borrowing money at 18 or 20%, you're going to have a hard time getting ahead. He lives by a simple rule. If you can't pay for it in cash, you can't afford it. High-interest debt is a wealth-destroying machine. You're not just buying a product, you're paying a massive premium for the privilege of owning it before you've earned it. Breaking the cycle is non-negotiable for financial freedom. Paying off that balance is the single best investment you can make, with a guaranteed return equal to your interest rate. Next, playing the status game. As your income grows, there's a powerful urge to upgrade your lifestyle to match. A bigger house, a fancier car.
This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's why so many people who earn six figures still feel broke. Buffett still lives in the home he bought for $31,000. Until 2020, he used a $20 flip phone. It's not about deprivation, it's about defining your life by your own values, not by what your neighbors are buying. Functionality over flash, security over status. Finally, confusing price with value. People finance brand new cars that lose 20% of their value the moment they leave the lot. They buy expensive brand name products when the generic version is identical. Buffett's entire philosophy is built on finding value. He drives a used car not because he has to, but because it's a smart financial decision. A new car is the statement. A reliable used car is transportation. Understanding that difference is crucial. Ultimately, building wealth isn't about a single secret or a lucky break. It's about the discipline of your daily choices. It's about questioning the consumption script we've all been handed. It's not about being cheap, it's about being intentional. So ask yourself, which one of these habits is holding you back? And what one small choice will you make today to start building a different future?
Warren Buffett has said repeatedly, the best investment you can make is in yourself. It's the one asset that inflation can't erode and the market can't take away. Because at the end of the day, you are your own most powerful wealth-building tool. The more you learn, the more you earn. It's a simple equation. Rich people invest in things that appreciate, and that includes their own knowledge. They read books on finance. They study how money actually works. They treat their brain like the engine it is, not some forgotten artifact collecting dust. But building that engine is only half the equation. The other half is plugging the leaks that drain your fuel before you can even get started. Take a look at gambling. Lottery tickets, scratch cards, that poker night with real money on the line. The thrill of a potential jackpot is intoxicating, I get it. But the cold reality is the house always wins. Always. It's a system designed for you to lose. And it's not just about the money you lose, it's about the dangerous addiction it can become, a hole that gets deeper with every bet. If you enjoy the occasional gamble, fine, but walk in with a strict limit.
Bring only the cash you are genuinely willing to set on fire. And when it's gone, you're done. Don't chase your losses. Don't fall for the lie that the next one is the big one. That's a direct path to being broke. Another huge leak? Restaurants. After a long day, cooking feels like a chore. But that convenience comes at a steep price. You're not just paying for food. You're paying for service, rent, ambience, and a hefty profit margin. That simple $5 meal you could make at home easily becomes $15 at a restaurant. Do that just once a day, and you've spent an extra $300 this month. That's thousands a year. I'm not saying you should never eat out again. I'm saying be intentional. Meal prep on a Sunday. Find a few 10-minute recipes you love. Those small changes put real money back in your pocket, money you can use to invest, save, or spend on something that truly matters. The leaks aren't always so obvious. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, on your bathroom counter.
Walk into any store and you'll see aisles packed with perfumes, serums, and 1,000 other products marketed as essential. But are they? Warren Buffett is over 90 and uses almost no personal products. He's doing just fine. If you're struggling financially and you have drawers full of half-used lotions, it's time to get honest with yourself. Cutting your personal care spending by just 25% could free up $50, maybe $100 a month. That's up to $1,200 a year. Would you like that money back? Then stop buying things you don't need. And finally, the quietest leak of all, unused subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Disney+, the list goes on. Individually, they seem cheap, but add them up. You could be paying $100 or more every single month for content you barely even watch. Here's a brilliant rule. Never use automatic renewals. If you have to manually approve the payment each month, you'll quickly decide which services are actually worth it. And another one, if you don't use a subscription at least once a week, cancel it. You can always sign back up later. Stop letting these companies profit from your inertia. Every dollar you reclaim from these leaks is a dollar you can redirect to your greatest asset. Building wealth starts by stopping the drain, but it's sustained by investing in the one thing that will always appreciate and value: you.
It's that feeling in early January. The optimism is electric. You sign up imagining a transformed version of yourself. This is the year. But then February rolls around, then March, and that $50 monthly charge on your credit card starts to feel less like an investment and more like a subscription to guilt. That gym you haven't been to in 6 weeks? You're not alone. Around 2/3 of gym memberships go completely unused. It's a classic case of paying for the idea of something, not the reality. And look, the motivation is respectable, but if you're not using it, you are literally lighting money on fire. So cancel it. Seriously. Start with things that cost nothing but commitment. Walking, hiking, bodyweight workouts in your living room. Give yourself a 3-month challenge. If you can stick with that, then, and only then, reconsider the gym. Prove the habit to yourself before you pay for it. This pattern of paying for an image extends far beyond the gym.
Think about that new car smell. The gleam of the dashboard, the seamless connection to your phone, the feeling of pulling off the lot. It's intoxicating. But what's really happening? You're paying a massive premium for an asset that loses a chunk of its value the second its tires hit the public road.
It's one of the fastest depreciating assets you will ever own. Let this sink in for a moment. Warren Buffett, a man whose net worth is larger than the GDP of some countries, drives a used car. He doesn't do it because he has to. He does it because he understands a car is a tool to get from point A to point B, not a rolling advertisement for your financial status. Buying used, buying reliable, buying what you could actually afford, that's not settling. It's a power move. It's choosing your future financial freedom over a fleeting feeling today. And this mindset, function over flash, should follow you right into your closet. Here's another Buffett fact. He gets his suits custom made by a Madam Seamstress named Madam Lee in Omaha. Ever heard of her? Probably not. And that's the entire point. He isn't walking around draped in Gucci or Armani. He wears what fits him well, looks professional, and gets the job done without the absurd price tag. We've been sold a lie that a designer label is a shortcut to looking good. It's not. Good fit and good quality are what matter. You can find those at affordable stores.
And if you have a special event and you really want that brand name, rent it. Fashion doesn't have to be expensive, but the debt you rack up trying to look a certain way, that is always, always expensive. But the most relentless cycle, the one that's hardest to break, might be the annual tech upgrade. Every fall, we're told our perfectly good phone is now obsolete, that we need the new camera, the faster processor, this slightly different design. Tech companies are masters of creating desire. They make you feel like you're falling behind. But think about it. That new iPhone costs over $1,000. $1,000 every single year. That's $1,000 that could be invested, growing for your future. It's $1,000 that could be an emergency fund, giving you peace of mind. Use your devices until they stop working, until they genuinely cannot do what you need them to do anymore. Your 3-year-old phone is fine. All these choices, the gym, the car, the clothes, the phone, they aren't about being cheap. They're about being intentional. It's about deciding what you truly value and refusing to pour your hard-earned money into things that don't serve that vision. It's about buying your own freedom, not just more stuff.
All right, let's talk about number 13, drinking at bars and restaurants. Look, I'm not here to be the fun police, but we need to talk about the math. A single night out can vaporize $100. Easy. And where does it go? Mostly to alcohol marked up 3, 4, even 10 times what it costs at the store. That median $7 beer, the bar probably paid $2 for it. That $15 cocktail, it might have less than $3 of ingredients inside. You're not just paying for a drink, you're paying for rent, staff, and a massive profit margin. There's a reason a guy like Warren Buffett has never had a drop of alcohol. It's not just about his health, it's about the brutal math of compounding expenses. Now, here's the interesting part. While Buffett himself doesn't drink, his company, Berkshire Hathaway, has over $1 billion invested in the company that makes Corona and Modelo. The lesson isn't to demonize alcohol. It's to understand the financial game. Don't let your personal bank account be the one getting drained by those markups. If you're going out, have a drink at home first.
Pre-game responsibly. Or if going out is your thing, build it into your budget by making cuts somewhere else. Just don't let an overpriced gin and tonic be the reason you're living paycheck to paycheck. Now, before we get to the final and most destructive financial trap, I want you to think about something. What do you believe is the biggest money drain for most people? Just hold that thought, because that brings us to number 14, credit card debt. This is the big one. That plastic in your wallet isn't your money. It's a high-interest loan disguised as convenience. And that interest is a monster, often charging you 20% or more. Let's make that real. You buy a $1,000 couch on your credit card. You're feeling good. But if you only make the minimum payments, you'll end up paying $1,300, maybe more, for that exact same couch. You just paid a $300 fee for the privilege of sitting on it a few months earlier. A 30% tax you paid directly to the bank. Credit card companies make literal billions of dollars a year banking on the hope that you won't understand this simple, brutal truth.
If you are carrying a balance, you are in a financial emergency. You have to attack it. Look up strategies like the debt snowball method and start chipping away at it with everything you've got. Going forward, the rule is simple. Only use a credit card if you have the cash in your bank to pay the entire statement, in full, every single month. No exceptions. Or you can do what Buffett does. Stick to cash. Never, ever spend money you don't actually have. So there it is. From overpriced drinks to high-interest debt, these aren't just small leaks. They're holes in your financial foundation. Remember, the difference between being broke and building wealth isn't just about the size of your paycheck. It's about how much of it you actually get to keep. Reducing those bar tabs could put thousands back in your pocket over a year. Escaping credit card debt saves you from paying for your past instead of building your future. It all comes down to a simple choice, repeated every day. Are you spending today with money borrowed from tomorrow, or are you building a tomorrow where today takes care of itself?